After a well-earned break after its appearance at the 2023 Hunter Valley Steamfest in Maitland, 3801 is seen on the main line once again on Sunday, June 25, 2023, with the Newcastle Flyer running from Sydney to Newcastle interchange. 3801 also took this train on Saturday, June 24th. We saw the locomotive at Sydney Central Station, shunting its train for its Sunday passengers.
Please do not get on this train.
Meanwhile, Lachlan Valley Railway's 4903 and East Coast Heritage Rail's X54 are seen pulling into Central as well with the Cockatoo Run. This train will be going to Robertson and Mossvale in the Southern Highlands via the Illawarra line, with stops at Hurstville, Sutherland, Thirlmere, Wollongong and Unanderra to pick up booked passengers. East Coast Heritage Rail was once the 3801 Limited, who ran and maintained 3801 from 1986 to 2006. Despite their contract for 3801 not being renewed by Railcorp, now Transport Asset Holding Entity, the company ran under its original name until 2017, and by 2019 it was rebranded to its current name, running preserved diesel locomotives. Meanwhile, 3801's passengers have got on board, and the locomotive will be making its second journey to Newcastle, with stops at Strathfield, Hornsby and Hamilton for more passengers. The school holidays have returned to New South Wales for the winter, and with that, the New South Wales Rail Museum had once again put on steam train rides for the 2 weeks for families to enjoy while their children enjoy their break. The museum's 3001 took some of these trains, but in celebration of its steam tests in July, the Powerhouse Museum's 3265 hauled the trains for the duration of the school holidays. Here we see the loco at Thirlmere ready to pull its last trip to Buxton for the day on Friday, July 7th, 2023. passing Kurrajard. And at its final stop, Buxton. Passengers can disembark the train and see 3265 shunting ready for its return run to Thirlmere. The loco and its train now return to Thirlmere, and will shunt into the museum yard ready for more shuttle trains for the next few days. In readiness for its upcoming trip to Wollongong in October, Transport Heritage New South Wales had conducted a trial run for 3801 on the Illawarra south coast on Saturday, July 15th, 2023. Here we see the loco passing us at Menangle Bridge in the Southern Highlands. Prior to this, 3801 had travelled on the loop line the previous day, with Powerhouse Museum's 3265 hauling the last shuttle train from Thirlmere to Buxton on Friday, July 15th, 2023. 4501 is seen at the back of the train assisting as far as Enfield. Later on in the day, 3801 is seen passing through Hurstville. It will then make its way to Marrickville to change lines, to get back to its base at Thirlmere.
Does not stop at this platform. Please stand behind the yellow line. Please stand clear.
Backed by popular demand, 3801 had once again travelled to Newcastle in the Hunter region of New South Wales. While we await for the star of this segment, East Coast Heritage Rail's X54 is seen pulling into Sydney Central with the Cockatoo Run, which was heading to Robertson between the south coast of New South Wales and the Southern Highlands. Later, 3801 is seen pulling into the station. Track work was happening behind us as some railway workers had stopped to admire the loco as it shunted its train to Platform 3. Just goes to show that decades after steam made its final run for commercial services for the railways, it still catches the imagination of people who may not have much knowledge or interest.
The next train to arrive on platform 3 is a charter for special ticket holders only. Please stand behind the yellow line. Please stand clear.
Meanwhile, X54 is now seen shunting to the front of its train. X54 was a third series X-Class locomotive from the Victorian Railway, built by Client Engineering at their Rosewater plant in Adelaide, South Australia in 1976. During the early 1980s, it worked interstate trains between Melbourne and Sydney. It was transferred to V-Line ownership when the Victorian Railways was being restructured in 1983, and went into private ownership to Freight Victoria, later Freight Australia, when V-Line Freight was privatised in 1999. It then went to Queensland Rail in 2004 after Freight Australia was bought out by Pacific National. It was transferred to QR ownership as a condition of the company's sale to Freight Australia, along with sister engine X53. When QR was renamed to Horizon in 2012, ownership of the loco was transferred as well until 2017, when they ceased intermodal freight. In 2018, it was briefly used to support Horizon's coal and grain trains in the Hunter Valley, and was placed in storage until it was purchased by ECHR in 2021. After its shunting, it will move its train further into Platform 1, ready for its booked passengers to get on board. Meanwhile, 3801 shunts to the front of its train. After having its pictures taken by an admiring public, 3801 now heads off on its second run to Newcastle. Its first train was on Saturday, July 22nd. This would have to be our most dramatic shot of the legendary locomotive. '5917 is seen hauling its first of 6 picnic trains to Kiama from Sydney Rail services once again, starting on Saturday, July 29th to Sunday, August 13th, 2023. Here the engine is seen charging through Illawarra after its departure from Tempe in the Sydney suburbs on Saturday, July 29th. '42107 from the picnic train is seen assisting at the back of the train. Next day, Sunday the 30th of July, 5917 is seen pulling its second train to Kiama, passing through Carlton from Cogra in southern Sydney. Later on, we see the 59 class loco on its way back to Tempe at Illawarra after dropping off its booked passengers at Sutherland.
Signal, first stop Carlton, then all stations to Wollongong, then Tempe and Sydney. The train on platform 1 does not stop at this platform.
On Sunday, August 5th, 5917 is seen passing through Carlton on its return run to Tempe from Kiama during its second week.
Please stand behind the yellow line. Please stand clear.
Next day, Sunday, August 6th, 5917 is seen passing through Mortdale on its return journey to Tempe, putting on a show. On the second last day of its trips to Kiama, 5917 is seen heading for Tempe once again, passing through Hurstville on Saturday, August 12th. (4903) can be seen assisting this time. On Sunday, August 13th, 5917 is seen passing through Illawarra with its last picnic train to Kiama for August. There will be more picnic trains to Kiama from October to November. But before that, 5917 will be making trips to the Blue Mountains, Central West and the Hunter Valley. However, this is where we conclude Rail Around New South Wales for winter 2023.